Morning, everybody.
Morning.
It is about 6:45, so we're out earlier than we were yesterday.
On Sunday morning.
It's a grey, cloudy, damp, manky-looking Sunday morning, but we're hopeful.
Yeah, it's meant to be better than yesterday.
Yeah, it's meant to be better. Yeah, it's meant to be better. So I'm hoping that more sellers may turn up, and hopefully we will be able to get some inventory, which will allow us to, fill our shop up.
Yeah.
We're kind of in need of a listing boost, so we can keep going, and we're hoping we're going to find some good stuff. So we will see what we find. Okay, guys, we're back home. Again, that's a lie because we got back hours ago. But we're back home from the Sunday boot fair, which was even more rainy and crap than the Saturday boot fair. I think only...
No, but it wasn't raining. No,
it wasn't raining, you're right. It wasn't raining, but it had been raining.
The ground was really soft.
The ground was really soft and muddy, yeah. And also it must have scared a lot of sellers off because there were barely any sellers out. I've got to apologise in advance to Fake Rachel because there is no crutch cam in this video.
It was such a small boot sale that we...
It's not a small crutch, but it was a small... Yeah, it's a small... the boot fair didn't look as if it warranted the crutch cam,
no.
But when you see what we picked up...
So here's a bit picky about that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think when you see what we've picked up, next time we've learnt our lesson that even if the boot fair is really small and really terrible looking, we will still endeavour to gather some crutch cam footage for those of you that enjoy it. Okay, like I said, the boot fair was really small. It was wet. The ground was wet. It was soggy. It was muddy. When we arrived, we did actually say, shall we go to the other one? Because there is meant to be another one, but it was a bit further away, and we had woken up not as late as on Saturday, but still a little bit later than we would have liked, and this one was close. But we were there for this boot fair start, whereas the other boot fair would have already been going.
This one's 12 minutes away from us, whereas the other one is, I can't remember, about 30 minutes. Then we always get lost when we go to this other one. So.
But so we were at this boot fair at its start. It's just it just never looked like it was ever going to get going, and it really didn't get going. But today was a perfect example of persistence.
Why it's worth still walking around.
Why you should always aim to get there early, because we were there early for this boot fair. So it's just, if we'd gone to the other one, we would have been late for the other one. But for this one, we were early. So this should be hopefully like a reminder of why it's important to turn up early, and also why it's important to be persistent and positive, and to keep your mind wide open. When it comes to your perception of what a boot fair is going to be like, don't judge a boot fair just by the numbers, because like people say, it only takes one stall.
And it did take one stall.
Yeah, it just took one stall today. In terms of open mind, I do mean by looking at a boot fair, don't judge it, because I don't mean in what you pick up, because today I think I picked up the items I hate most. All I picked up today really in the main was Lego and board games. So two of probably the most looked out for items, and also Lego especially, I just don't get my head around it. I won't mind this as much because it's not Lego Technics. I think I've now found a hate for Lego Technics which far exceeds Lego. I think Technics is just, it's a horrible thing. But we're going to start showing you what we picked up, and all of this came from one stall. It was a couple that had just done their first boot fair, I think. It was their first ever boot fair, wasn't it? Yeah.
And they had so much stuff.
Okay, we were going to show you a few things. First of all, I'm going to show you something which isn't massive. I mean, if we start with those.
Yeah. If we start with these ones, let me just take my sticky off. So our first one are these Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Audio cassette. Do you want to take this?
Yeah. So we've got the Chamber of Secrets, the Philosopher's Stone, Prisoner of Azkaban. What's that one?
And then this one is Goblet of Fire, and that's part 1 and part 2.
Part 1 and part 2 of Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
We paid £10.
Is it £10?
Yeah, we paid £10. Yeah.
And we did a bit of research, didn't we?
Yeah.
In regards to like how best to kind of sell, like put them on eBay. We did come across one listing which had Goblet of Fire part 1 and part 2, and it was on offer for $29.99. Sorry, $29.99.
And it was Vinny's sale, wasn't it? Vinny Gardner. It was Vinny Gardner who sold it. Yeah. He's on the Facebook group as well, and I think he took an offer. He had it up for 25, I think, actually. But yeah, he took an offer, and that was just for the Goblet of Fire, was it? Yeah,
it was.
I mean, we're probably going to look to just stick those on as a big bundle because we paid a tenner. I think,
but
it was a
his
bit
was
much.
slightly different though, because he looked like he had different artwork at the front, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I think we're just going to stick them up for like 30 or so. If we can get 30 or near offer, we'll be pleased.
Yeah.
It was a bit of not a fail, but it wasn't the best buy. I think probably best to look out for CDs or the later ones seem to bring more money, don't they? Like
it was the later ones that have got more money. Yeah.
I can't remember, I don't know, but it was a green coloured audio cassette.
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name, but that sells on its own for good money. But these are the first. We got basically books 1 to 4, for £10. So we're hoping that if we can sell it as, collectible or vintage or whatever.
Bundle it up, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Next item.
Okay, next item. Only reason why we picked these ones up is because our daughter's actually read the books of these. This was Anthony Horowitz, Alex Rider. Now it's CD audiobooks.
37 CDs.
Yeah.
Price wise, what are we looking at?
I think eBay was $19.99, and that was with postage.
Well, I think I saw 19 and I saw some 25.
Yeah.
But some 25 where they're taking an offer. So,
but Amazon, and we're not sure whether we're going to send them to Amazon or not. They were doing FBA for 55, I think it was.
There's one guy selling that used FBA at 55, so
might be something we send up to Amazon.
Yeah, so
we're not 100% on that one yet.
Right, moving on.
Shall I do these?
Yeah.
Now, these, we'll do this one first. So this one is like a Thomas little single duvet set. Now, we've seen...
About 14 quid or something?
14, between 13 and...
We paid 2, 13 and 15 we get. It's new in the package, and I think it still has the book that was meant to come with it. I think it does.
We don't think it's ever been opened, so...
No, it looks sealed, so that's good.
Yeah. And then we've got... well, these are like just the duvet covers, but it's Postman Pat, and it was... I can't really show it because it's...
Yeah, you'd have to,
It's double-sided, so you get one pattern on one side and like a bigger picture on the other
side. So it's like a
side.
vintage single duvet, right?
Yeah, single duvet. Hasn't
really
got
cool.
the pillowcases.
But we've seen Caroline and we've seen Fake Rachel sell.
As well, yeah.
Both have successfully sold vintagey duvet covers without the pillowcases, haven't they? So, I mean, we expect to get 15?
Between 10 and 15. Now, we only paid £1 each for these.
Some guy did sell one of these with the pillowcase for a fiver plus shipping, so it was £8. But we reckon we should be able to at least get a tenner plus shipping, so maybe 10, 13, but we'd probably start it at 15 and see whether we get any bites, because it's really cool. It's got Postman pattern.
And they are dated 1995.
Yeah, by Zap or something. Yeah, so pretty good. And that was for £1 each, wasn't it?
£1 each.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Now, this is all from... Remember, guys, this is all of this that we're showing you is from one stall.
This is just one stall that we approached.
We bought a bundle of board games, and we paid £10 for the whole bundle, right? Yeah, £10. So it was like 6 games we got for a tenner.
But we're only going to show you 5 because
one of them our daughter's taken
one. One of them. So.
First up is this. This is the Incredible Hulk Smash. It's like it's got these little paper buildings, and it's got this smashing hand there, and it's got Play-Doh in it.
Yeah.
The Play-Doh actually looks like it's not been used much. I mean, it's still within its colours, but it is a used board game, but it's in very good condition.
Mhm.
What have we seen these go at?
eBay was about £9.99 plus postage. So, you know,
Tenner.
£10.
Yeah, well, considering we paid a
that.
tenner for 6 board games,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Is this one here. So,
Yeah, this is quite a good board game to pick up. It's Harry Potter Diagon Alley.
mhm.
We haven't checked if these are
No,
complete
we
yet.
haven't.
I mean, they look complete. They look complete, but we're going to have to go through them. If they're missing something, they're only going to be missing a couple of bits at most, which will be worth replacing, I think.
Right.
We're looking at what for the...
Right, on eBay, these were going for about £20 plus postage, but then Amazon were, there was someone on there selling it for 40, and that is used, that isn't new.
Yeah, 40 FBA, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's only going to go up as well, coming up to
Yeah.
Christmas, so...
If it's complete, we might actually just send it up there.
Because then we can send that, we could send the Alex
Yeah.
Rider up, couldn't we?
Yeah, so...
Okay.
Next one. Wallace and Gromit.
I mean, I picked this up because it looked like it could have some value. It's not as common, but again, it's probably... Is it a tenner?
It is, I think
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
£10. Yeah, and I don't think we bothered checking out the price on Amazon because we were just like, well...
It's a tenner. No, I think it's around the same on Amazon, actually. Some people have got it priced
Is
around...
it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Nice.
that's the next one.
Ooh, the real Ghostbusters. This is like 1984 or something.
Mhm.
Is it 1980? No, it's not that old. 1989 Tri-Toys. I think it looks complete inside, but
yeah.
again we have to double check that.
Yeah. Now, on eBay we're looking at about £15 plus postage. On Amazon, they're selling between 50... Well, they've sold between 50 and 30.
15 and 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15 and 30. So we're not sure about that one, are we?
I'm gonna sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
It's two boxes a bit tatty
It
as
is
well.
a bit battered.
I know
isn't it?
there's a listing up with a tatty box photo, but I don't want to.
We haven't ever sent in anything too rough
I don't
looking
want
into
to.
Amazon.
You don't want to
have
send
we?
any rough
So-
boxes into Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, those are for
Okay.
eBay. Go for it. Go for it. And the final board game.
Yeah, final one.
A bit surprised about this one. Yeah, I'm not sure how this works. I think this has been torn or like taped or
Yeah, because
something.
it doesn't look like
Yeah,
it's the right...
But this is an adventure through Hogwarts 3D game. And I thought it'd be worth a lot more. I mean, this has definitely got to be sold on eBay because it's got like pen drawing and
Yeah,
it's
and
clearly been
it
ripped
looks
somewhere.
like someone's
So
written their name
yeah, so
as
if it is
well.
complete, then great. But it's going to
Yeah.
be going on eBay if it is. Worst comes to worst, we might have to part it out or just dump it. I don't know, but
Yeah.
we paid, like I said, it was tenner for all of those board games. But if it is complete, eBay is what?
15.
So I would have thought it'd be worth a lot more.
But they
because
were
it's Harry Potter,
asking
but
free
electronic.
shipping on that one as well,
Yeah.
so I was like,
I thought for an electronic 3D game and everything, do you know what I mean? Like, so that was all from that one stall, and there's still more to come. And this is the we're gonna get to like the really good stuff now. The really good stuff. Now, before I show you, this family had a buttload of Lego. They had loads of Lego. A dealer who had his stall set up at the beginning of the boot fair had already gotten his place at the back of the guy's van, and he'd already picked up a tray full of genuine minifigures. And I know they're genuine because I looked through them
actually let you look
afterwards.
through 'em,
Yeah,
didn't he?
like
Which
and
was quite nice.
he had like Hagrid's, Hermione's, Harry Potter's, and loads of them, and they're all legit. And he got the whole thing for £3, which was insane. And they were selling these box sets for like, I don't know, whatever they were selling them for, like £4,
I think it was about
£5.
between 4 and 5 they were asking.
I mean, some
depending on what it was.
They weren't all Harry Potter. There was like mostly it was like Star Wars. There was Ninjago and whatever else. And I wouldn't have gotten any of it. But luckily, whilst he was with the husband at the back of the van, the wife decided to open the side of the van up, and that's where there were some really good sets. And I managed to get these 3 sets and my wife, and I paid a tenner for all 3 sets. They were asking £4 each,
Mhm.
and I just said tenner for the 3 because one of the boxes was really squished. Not that it
Mhm.
matters, but still.
Mm.
So this is the first one that I got from her. This is a Star Wars set, and it came really squished, like that was really squished down like that.
Mhm.
But it looks complete.
It looks complete.
Yeah. Again, we haven't gone through them, but
No.
you've got all the booklets.
We will obviously check to make
yeah.
sure they're complete
Yeah.
before we even.
It's got all the booklets in there and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, but it looks like it's been kept in really good condition.
They've kept them in like plastic bags.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a couple of booklets. There's actually a booklet for a
Yeah.
different set as well. 2 different sets in here, so we can sell those separately actually. But yeah, we've got the actual booklet for the set, and everything seems to be well looked after. It's all nicely bagged. The figures in here now. This is an interesting set because when we did some research on this.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell for a massive amount of money. I think it goes for between
Yeah.
what 20 and 30.
I think, yeah.
20 plus
20
post.
20 plus postage.
Yeah.
I mean, the interesting thing was when we were doing our research, someone actually, for the minifigure alone, got $11.99 plus
Yeah, because this has
postage.
got an exclusive minifigure called Stars Alley or something. That minifigure there, that one there,
Mm.
and that alone someone got £12 plus shipping for.
Yeah.
Yet the whole box set complete is selling for like £20 plus shipping on eBay, and there's not a great deal of difference on Amazon. I think
And-
someone's selling new on Amazon for 50, aren't
Yeah, and also there was another person that sold that whole set, including
At
like,
auction,
at
yeah.
auction for £13.
they? Plus shipping. Yeah, so we're
we're
gonna go for
yeah,
more,
we're gonna
yeah.
go for 20 plus
Prob-
postage. Yeah.
20, at least 20, because if the minifigures manage to sell for 12 and they're selling, I don't know, I think maybe start at 25 maybe.
Mm.
So that, that's cool. So we got that, like I said, for the equivalent of £3.33 really. So that is a steal.
Yeah.
But it gets better. It gets better. Alright. I also got this, which is a Lego City set, 3368 space station. Again, it looks in really good condition. I had a look at it inside. I don't know if I can crack it open actually and show. Yeah. It's been. I just want to show you how it's been looked after. You've got the baseboard and stuff all in there, and the manual is still on this card. It's all solid, and then there's certain bits which are already built. So you can see that you've got like the some like buggy there. There's a little minifigure in there as well. I mean, it's been really well looked after. Now this is, like I said, this is quite an interesting set. Just jump over there because we reckon what was the score on that?
This one was on eBay 40 plus postage.
Yeah.
But when we put it in on Amazon, it was 140 used, but it wasn't FBA, it was merchant fulfilled.
This is where we could probably do with a little bit of advice from you guys, see what your opinion out there is. I mean, there's actually people selling these new on FBA for 198 or £200, and then there's one guy selling at merchant for 130 something.
Yeah.
We think he's probably a bit overpriced considering on eBay used sets, like we said, are going for 40 plus post. What realistically could you get by sending that into Amazon? I'm not sure, but it would be interesting to see if you guys have got any opinions. Just jot them down in the comments section where you would sell these used sets.
Yeah.
But we want to move on now to the thing that I'm actually happiest about.
Most excited.
Most
probably.
excited, yeah.
The thing that made him smile all day.
Well, I mean, you've got to make do with what you've got, haven't you?
It's Lego.
Yeah, you've got to make do with what you got. No, this is the one that I think I'm really chuffed about.
Yeah.
And again we're going to need your input and your
Yes.
thoughts on what you guys think is viable, what's realistic,
Yeah, what's
because
realistic?
I think sometimes some people get a bit carried away
Yeah.
with their pricing. Okay. I also got this as part of my tenner, so the equivalent of £3.33. This is Lego Harry Potter set 4766, which is the Graveyard Duel. It's actually got a sticker on the side.
It's on the bottom
that
here.
there,
Yeah.
that there, that says $30, $29.99 when it was bought.
That's what they originally paid.
Now again, the box is really tatty. it's still there, but it's really
Mhm.
tatty. The instructions are there, and again, they're a bit tatty. They've been thumbed through. They're a bit
Yeah.
rips there, but again, it looks like it might be complete. We've definitely found all the minifigs, and those alone are worth
Mhm.
a fair amount. You've got the glow in the dark Voldemort, and you've got the
You got Harry, Potter
Harry
in
and
there
the guy with the blonde hair. What's his
yeah,
name?
I don't know.
I don't
Harry
know.
Potter.
Yeah, the guy with the
Or
blonde hair,
guy.
and there's some bits.
Yeah.
A bunch of bits, yeah.
A bunch of.
We're gonna go through it. We're hoping it's complete. It looks like it will be. Looking at the other
It
sets,
looks
yeah.
pretty good.
All the skeleton men are in
Yeah.
here. Now this is selling on eBay for about 120 quid, which is really good
Which is
considering.
really, really good.
Yeah, from £3.33
Mhm.
recurring, to get 120 quid on eBay would be really good. But again, if you look on Amazon, there's
This
one.
is where the confusion comes in.
Yeah, well, it's not this confusion really. I think we probably will send it in, but it'd be just nice to hear what people think, really, isn't it? It'd be nice. There's 2 used currently on eBay on Amazon,
Mhm.
and they're both merchant, and one of them's 400 quid, one of them's 499 quid.
Mhm.
Now I don't think that's realistic because I've just seen a brand new in box one go up on eBay today for 360
Yeah.
quid. So clearly those prices are skew with.
Mhm.
However, if you're getting 120, 130 on eBay for a used
Mhm.
one, it's not unrealistic to maybe expect 200 on FBA. As long as you obviously describe it, that the box is tatty, etc.
Yeah, and
But then I get uncomfortable with, even if you
Exactly.
describe it, someone from FBA land or the customers will expect it to work differently. But anyway, that is it really for our pickups.
It is.
Really happy with what we
Mhm.
managed to pick up on such a small boot fair.
It was a small boot fair, but it was well worth getting up in the morning and actually going and having a look. And it just goes to show it doesn't matter how small the boot fair is.
Yeah,
There's always something out there
definitely.
to find.
Exactly. So, like I said, apologies for not using crutch cam.
Yes.
We
Really do
we weren't
apologise.
we weren't expecting to find what we found.
No.
But at the same time, I always say that it's not luck, it's persistence.
Yeah.
It's going out there.
Mhm.
It's putting yourself out there in the position to find these things. The more you put yourself out there, the more likely you are to find these things. But anyway, guys, it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on the pickups, what you thought. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, leave some comments. If you've got any suggestions for other videos,
Yeah.
like reselling related,
And if you
ideally.
just want to make
yeah.
comments about the Lego, that would be
Yeah, that would be
fantastic.
really cool as well. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.
Yeah.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.